Hi, good to have you. I'm Vic in VR, and today we're actually getting our feet wet in our first online race in Gran Turismo Sport mode. We managed to qualify in 6th position. I've done a few qualifying laps beforehand, so let's see how we manage. And there's already two cars deciding that they don't actually want to be here. That's fine, we'll take those positions into 4th and down into the first corner. Not the greatest entry. Some shenanigans happening up front, but we made it through. We're all alive. That's very good. And now it's just a matter of checking our mirrors, making sure that nothing sneaks up behind us. Onto the straight, getting ready for the left-hander coming up. And we're gonna see if we can inch just a little closer to the fight happening in front of us. You can still see the leader. We're in between two Renaults with our Portuguese friend in front. That's going to be our next target. Let's see if we can make it through. Into this quick right-hander then. Missing the apex just a bit of understeer there. But nothing crazy happening behind us, so we can dive into the slow section. See if we can crawl a little further. You can see the Portuguese friend going a little crazy on the exit there. That'll help us catch up. And oh, there's a car to our side there. I got the inside line though, so I might be able to hold on to it. Going into this one, we keep some room, always leave the space. And going downhill, ready for the last quarter. Lost a bit of speed there, lost a bit of momentum. We're gonna see if we can catch up a little closer. A lot of ghosting happening up front. A few shenanigans, but everyone's still alive. Up onto the hill. We might be able to catch some draft going up here. Full throttle, gaining momentum, and seeing what we can do. Just checking everywhere, making sure that there's no car around me in a blind spot somewhere. And ready to dive into turn 1 again. And we managed to keep it on the road once more. Very good. It seems that the practice has paid off. So now we might actually be able to get a good run on either of these guys. Good sleep steering, good momentum. Guy on the side, can't pass, he's stuck. Into the left-hander, and I completely overcook it. Brake too late, understeer, go off the track, both cars slip by. And of course, for good measure, we get slapped with a penalty. Very nice. So a bit later, we managed to get a little bit closer again, but we have to serve that penalty. And they sail away. About to get past on the right side and on the left side. Gets a bit messy around there. He's given a penalty for that. And we're in 6th position. Let's see if we can do better though. Back into turn 1. Bit more shenanigans, but everyone's through okay. And we try and carry on. See if we can still salvage this race. Managed to get a little closer again. We know the guy, oh, he already had a penalty, now he's going off again. We find just a little gap, just a teeny tiny gap on the inside there. And we managed to go through again, back into 4th. So far so good. But then, into turn 1, and we get clipped on our back end, and that cost us not only 1 but 2 positions going into the first turn, back into 6th. But we're not gonna give up, we're just gonna go with it, and we're gonna see what happens going into the final lap of the race, a 5-lap race. And I completely missed the apex here. The Portuguese friend in the Megane, getting himself a penalty. We might even get a good run up the inside. But he blocks us off pretty well. Can't really move there. So we're just gonna try and stick behind him. But of course, I managed to get one on the steer. And I go off the track along with him. And you guessed it, you know what's gonna happen. We get slapped with another penalty, of course. So final corner's coming up, and I see a guy coming up behind me, but I think I got it. And then, boom, on the inside, I have to give him the room. That was a good move from our German friend right here. Now we're into 7th, but We know our Portuguese friend has got a penalty, so maybe we can still do something on the final run up to the finish line. He's gonna serve it about now, and a half a second is gonna be served right now. And now it's just a sprint, and I can see him right there. We're gonna go in his slipstream, see what we can do. Hang in there, and we're gonna move out at the last moment possible to see if we can cross the line just before him. And it was close, but we didn't manage to do it. So that's a 7th position as we started. Not that great, but we're just gonna go and head into it again. Gotta pick a different car. I thought the Lamborghini did quite well, so I thought, well, let's go ahead and try that. And we managed to qualify a bit better this time around in 5th position. Let's see what we can do on this occasion. Into turn 1. All's good so far. Nothing crazy this time happening in front of us. And get a massive oversteer down into the first corner. That's not great. And this, of course, is going to be a problem for us all the way down the straight up until that left-hander coming up. Not a great start, but we're still in there, still in 5th position. Let's see if we can salvage something this time around. Into here. This time we don't understeer. We managed to keep it on track. Barely, but we're good. Behind us, pretty crowded, but we're okay. Second lap, and it's getting a little crowded in the technical section, but we managed to catch up. And we might get a run on the Frenchman here. But he's got the inside line, so we'll have to give him that. But we're close, and we're still in the fight. And I spot a small opportunity right here on the outside, but I should have known better than that. We understeer off the track, of course. And guess what's gonna happen? You probably know what's gonna happen. It's another penalty. That's fantastic. Although we don't have to serve it right away, which means we can still hang out in the fight right here. Into turn 1 again on the 3rd lap, and I barely missed the guy in front. That was a little spooky, not my greatest moment ever. But we're still in here, everybody survived. And we're still carrying on in 5th. We're gonna try to stick with these guys. See if we can get a little closer. Maybe get some stuff done later on the lap. But all kinds of shenanigans happening in front of us. And there might be some opportunities coming up right now. We still have that penalty, of course. But 2nd place is still visible to us. We can even see the guy running in front. It's not impossible, but he is still on. This time around, no stupid moves. Just gonna stick on his bumper as close as we possibly can. So we might be able to survive that penalty down the line coming up on the straight. The Alfa Romeo has to pay for it in about now. And here we go, just that slight. And there we go again. Not great, but a lap later, we're back where we started. And that might help us secure that 4th position as long as we can manage to stick close enough to make use of that opportunity. Into the last corner. And we're pretty close, which is very nice. Coming up onto the penalty line. And there he goes. We make some room. And we're up into 4th. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, final lap. And 1st place in the podium is still within reach. We might be able to get lucky, and we do, because the Alfa Romeo just gets tackled to oblivion. So now we're behind our Ukrainian friend in the Viper in 2nd position. We'll just give him the space into the right-hander. Not going to do anything more crazy stunts on the final lap. And we managed to cross the line in 3rd. Now that's more like it. That's more like it. One more time then. Let's see what we can do. We managed to qualify just a bit better this time around. So we'll be starting our 3rd and final race for today in 3rd position. And that sounds pretty good to me. So off we go. Heading into turn 1. With a quick glance into my mirrors, I can see the Alfa Romeo coming up on us. So we decide to give him some room. No crazy things happening this time around. And while we do so, God, just goes completely offline. And we managed to get back into third position, having a pretty good run on the Alfa Romeo in front. We might be able to go for a gap if it's there. But once again, we'll try not to do anything too stupid, too crazy this time around. So we'll just hang back and we're gonna see what we can do further along in the race. Another good run, but I can see something appearing in the mirrors. There's another Lamborghini, just like us, somewhere close to us. And I'm only noticing just now that I kind of shut the door on him. Not much situational awareness on my part, kind of a stroll moment, but we all have it sometimes. Into the short section, and suddenly he's right there, right alongside us. Managed to squeeze just in front of us. I'll give him some space, always leave the space. But he's got a good run and a good position into the right-hander coming up, and we'll have to let him by for now. Good racing from our German friend. Not that great for me. I give him a little tap on the back because I didn't expect that snap oversteer right there. We're still good to go, no penalties this time around. Still in fourth, and all the cars in front are still within reach at this point in time. It's very nice. We're still in the race, no penalties, no crazy things. And we're gonna see what we can do. Heading onto the straight, trying to get that slipstream. Maybe get a move done into turn one. Try and sneak up on the inside. Maybe we can make something happen. So we'll do our best to keep our noses clean as we head into turn one. And I can sense him still beside me, and he's still there. So I have to give him the space. Not this time around. Good defending, good clean racing from our German friend. I just love to see that. So heading towards the left-hander. Still got a good run. Might be able to do something here then. We'll go for the move. Break a bit late, but we're good. We can make the turn. We'll leave the space. And he's still there. He's still there. But luck is on our side with this slight bend towards the left. And he slots up right behind us. That's very nice. And we can also spot the Alfa Romeo in trouble there. He may have gotten the penalty by going a little wide, just as we've done before on the last left-hander. So we're close. We're going to stick with him, knowing that we might have an opportunity at the penalty line. Through the technical section we go, and we manage to keep the other Lamborghini behind. And our Alfa Romeo friend goes wide again, but he's on the good side of the track, so we're going to leave him the space. But things are going to get a little crazy now as we get shoved wide. We do keep it on track, and suddenly our Lamborghini friend appears on the inside. And as we all try to make it through onto the last corner, I get a nudge on my back end, and we slide off the Alfa Romeo. Our Lamborghini friend gets a penalty, and it's all just a bit messy. We're still alive though, and our German friend handsomely gives us the position, and now we're in second. Very nice, not too great of a move, but sometimes these things happen. We'll just have to carry on. And well, they say consistency is key, and I don't think we've gotten a penalty yet this race, so for good measure, why not get one here? Another half a second slapped on us for going wide again. We'll have to serve it here, but at this point in time, no one's close enough to get any opportunities out of that. And we managed to cross the line in second. Now that's more like it. So, all in all, our first couple of races weren't that great, but they weren't terrible either. And I had a lot of fun just driving against real people online in real time. It's something else compared to the challenges we've done before. And on that note, I've actually completed all of the licenses up until the master versions at this point in time. However, somehow a bunch of footage got lost and I can't turn them into full-length videos like I've done with the A and B licenses. But of course, I can always go back and re-record the ones that I've missed. If that's something that you want to see, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do to make that happen. For now, it was really good to have you here. Thanks for being with me. We'll see you next time around. For now, have a good day. Goodbye. Take care.